Hey guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are doing the no items run for Time Travelers. I decided to go ahead and use one of my favourite builds of the crossover team. I think I said in the normal run where we used items, I deliberately used the Goku Black team to show that you can do it with the Ink Goku Black leads. But for the no item run, I was always going to try out some build of the crossover team. And yeah, this one works out really well. I think this was literally another one that was a first attempt, no items run, and we didn't even start off with that great of a first rotation. So basically the way we're going to be running this, just as I did in the video that I did way back when all of these units came out and we built what I consider to be probably the best crossover team, we're going to be running the physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito on rotation with Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and then have the Super Saiyan 4 Bardock and Super Saiyan 4 Gohan together. And then for our floats, we have the Demon Goddess Toa and the Supreme Kai of Time. Both incredibly good support units. Obviously, Demon Goddess Toa has that ability to heal us for 50% HP once we drop below 50% HP, and that's going to come in very handy. It does also have the secondary effect of giving extreme allies a buff, but obviously that's only going to work really in our favour on the turn where Broly is on rotation if we get that passive go off. But of course, I believe he is on the next turn, so depending how much damage we take here, we may actually see that go off in this first fight. So, but yeah, Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, as long as you have the Great Ape allies, which we do, his damage reduction is incredibly good. He tanks really well. So yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, of course, is an absolute powerhouse. I believe this run is not even with a Rainbow friend. I literally just grabbed the best one that was available at the time. Mine is Rainbow and full level 10 links. And yeah, there you go. We were just below 50% HP. So we heal pretty much back up to full. And Broly will also have a buff here as well. Because there is an enemy attacking in the middle slot, I put Broly in slot 1. And then he could potentially multiple super enough times to just kill Dracula Man at the end here. But I decided to keep targeted on him with Bardock, just to make sure we can actually get rid of him. And then Toa can attack lower and seal the invisible dude ready for the next turn. So obviously Broly, even without having Fierce Battle active here, thanks to the buff from Toa's passive, deals some pretty crazy damage. Doesn't get the bonus additional, unfortunately, so it's down to Bardock to finish off Dracula Man. But because we got the heal and started the turn on such a high amount of HP, he obviously had his full passive active, so effective against all types and the guaranteed crit. So goodbye, Dracula Man. And of course, this guy is now attack lowered as well as being sealed, so he's not really going to be able to do any damage here. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito could just go off. I could have put Gohan in slot 1, but I was pretty confident that Vegito was just going to kill him here, considering we have support on the rotation and the type advantage. Yeah, 2.5 million crit on the super attack. So there you go. And now we have our rotations set up a little bit better. I believe there's an enemy in this fight as well. So obviously Broly needs to super attack in order to raise his defense, but we do still need to be a little bit careful of where we put him. But this is actually the perfect rotation, because the only one attacking in slot 1 is the enemy. So obviously Vegito is going to be perfectly fine. And then he raises his defense on super. I can't actually remember if we get any super attack counters during this run. Hopefully we do, because obviously Super Saiyan 4 Vegito has the 50% chance to counter super attacks, which is an incredibly useful mechanic. So we will go ahead and see. Oh, of course, he doesn't counter this one, but at least it's from the enemy. So 66k, not too bad. And Broly on a 3.8 million attack stat. Pretty good. Yeah, especially with the crit super. So that's going to be GG for this guy. I'm pretty sure this guy has the most HP out of all three as well. So just immediately taking him out. Didn't actually quite take him out, but then Broly comes in clutch with the extra additional from the hidden potential system and finishes him off with a normal attack. And then we can seal up you. Of course, we seal up the one who had already supered, and then this guy goes ahead and supers Bardock. So we take quite a lot of damage, but then in comes Demon Goddess Toa yet again with the heal. So, I mean, I do think this run would be possible, no items with this team without her, but I mean, you can see from this particular run, there's a reason why we got this done, like, first time. Because she is just so good when it comes to providing you with that additional healing. So we are basically at full HP at this point. And then, of course, Gohan also, as well as tanking, has the ability to stun on super attack. So we stun that STR guy. Vegito didn't quite finish off her, but we get the additional super attack. So now we're in a very prime position here because we literally have the one enemy left and they are stunned. As well as sealed and attack lowered. So they literally can't do anything. And do I put Broly in slot 1? This seems like the perfect opportunity to do that. Although does Gohan only stun for the one turn then? I guess maybe he does because not stunned here. But Vegito in slot 1, obviously he's not raising his defense beforehand, but the enemy is attack lowered, so we don't take too much damage. And then crit on the super attack. It's been a pretty running theme that like people have survived super attacks with the tiniest sliver of health, but then we just get an additional and finish them off. So guess keeping in trend with that. There you go. And then we move on to the final fight, the Demon King Piccolo and his minions. This run has been pretty quick in comparison to some of the other ones as well. So this is exactly the kind of setup that we want. Most of the attacks are in slot 1, so obviously Gohan can go ahead and tank all of these. Who do I go for the stun? Demon King Piccolo, because obviously he's attacking the most. Seems like a pretty solid option. And then we'll get the super attack off here with Vegito. Alright, yeah, so Gohan just going to tank absolutely everything, which is exactly why we put him in slot 1. And Bardock, my Bardock is only 90%, despite I had to do quite a few multis in order to finish rainbowing Vegito, and still only pulled the 4 copies of Bardock, but he still hits an incredibly high attack stat. And remember, of course, him and the Gohan are only level 100 URs. Like, when they eventually get their awakenings, like, whew, they are going to be very, very good. So definitely can't wait for that. Although, based on the trend from the Heroes units that we've seen come out and then how long it's taken them to get awakenings, we could be waiting like 2 years for them to get them. But so here we go. I know we're going to get the Dokkan attack on this turn, so I decide to take the risk and put Broly in slot 1. Because obviously he doesn't have great defense before he super attacks, so that attack in slot 1 from the STR enemy is potentially going to do a fair bit of damage. But 52k, that's honestly not too bad. And then, of course, he is going to do a lot more damage in the one singular attack than Super Saiyan 4 Vegito would have. So it makes perfect sense to get the Dokkan attack with him. He is at a 4.3 million attack stat here. So it's going to be huge damage on the Dokkan attack with him. Come on, what are we going to get here? 3.2 million. So everybody is dead except for Demon King Piccolo. We didn't get the extra super though. So then Demon King Piccolo super attacks Broly. That actually does quite a bit of damage. But that means we know we're good for the rest of the turn. Because after supering, Vegito tanks normal attacks incredibly well. And then Toa, can she actually finish him off here? She's got a reasonable attack stat. And she does have type advantage. No. Oh, wait. Additional. Oh, look at that. The additional normal to do the last 100k damage. There you go. So, Demon Goddess Toa finishing him off. And yeah, the crossover team, crazy powerful. First attempt, no items run. I saw a lot of people tweet their Time Travelers runs with this crossover team. And a lot of people were able to get the no items run. The crossover category coming out. I mean, look at that, sub 9 minutes. That is pretty crazy. I'd literally recorded the Time Travelers with items run before this, and then recorded the no items run straight afterwards, and we beat the time by like 6 whole minutes. So there you go, crazy powerful team, very easy no items run. Definitely a good reward for people who actually went in on the Heroes banner. So there you go. That is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description below. Feel free to join in the fun over there. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.